Hey everyone, it's Airie. I finally got the time to do a short video on the new Sphynx Skincare System. And there's Devon Rexes up above running around, so pay no mind to them. So the main components are three very clear, dye-free, perfume-free items. We have the wash, which is vegetable and coconut based, very gentle. We have the Fractionated Coconut Oil, which takes the place of that big old jar of greasy coconut oil you usually have. And also our newest, the Colloidal Silver Ear Wash. Now, you might order a set, you might order one, but the first thing you're going to do when you get any of them is you're going to take the lid off. And everything is sealed, so you're going to remove the seal. And then you'll see that there's a lot of different caps, and you'll have to even take the seal out of this one. So what you're going to want to do, probably to do your mixing, is put one of these green caps on. You're blocking my light. Because the wonderful thing about this is not only does it give you millions of options with your bottles and caps, but every product that's liquid will come with a mixing bottle. It's a 2-ounce bottle. The M ends just about at 1 ounce because these are all incredibly highly concentrated. So you can mix and match to make the kind of shampoo that you need for that day, kind of oil mixture you need for that day. We're going to be washing Bella. Bella is extremely oily. So the first thing I'm going to do is, because these products are concentrated at 4:1, meaning you could use 1/4 of the product and 3 or actually 4 more parts of just water and the product would still work well. So I'm going to put some water in here. I'm going to actually put half water so you can see. These are not really completely accurate. I mean, they don't need to be. There's a little more water in here than half. If you're really down with the exacts, you can get yourself a little measuring thing. But in here, I'm going to put some shampoo and some oil. Here's the oil. Believe it or not, with an oily cat, I just put a little bit. Oil removes oil. Nothing will break oil up like another different kind of oil. And the wash. I'm going to put in a bit more of the wash. It is highly, highly concentrated, so I'm going to put about maybe a tablespoon in, if that. And then because Bella tends to have breaking out skin and she itches herself, I am going to shoot a little of the silver into it. So that would be today's mixture for Bella. Now I'm going to put these aside for a minute, except for the oil, because I want to show you a couple other things. There are many other pieces to the kit, besides all the caps and everything. I know we have problems with these cats with blackheads, so I found the 2 basic components which will help with drawing them out. Bentonite clay in its powder form, and activated charcoal in its powder form. I also found this is activated coconut charcoal. If you ever stop to think where charcoal comes from, you can burn almost anything and it can make charcoal. But this is from organic coconuts. So you get also a mixing bowl with this. This is the full-size set. The sample set, they're this big. So what I did is I took, with the spatulas that you'll also get, about 2 big spoonfuls of the charcoal and 2 of the clay, put them in here. Then I decided to experiment a little. So I took one of the tiny ones and I put a little water in it, mixed it up, shook it, and put it in the fridge. Now you can use it right after you mix it, but I thought it'd be interesting to see what happened, and it solidified it a little bit. So it feels a little scratchy. You could put it on your cat's chin and rub it in. Leave it on a few minutes, wipe or rinse it off. So I won't be wiping or rinsing right now, so I'm going to look all patchy. The one that I really liked, and be careful with the charcoal, it can stain. I put some oil in. Hi, Devlin. Mixed it up really well and put it in the fridge, and it made this really nice kind of almost mousse consistency. You can see. And the cool part is that when your Devon Rex isn't trying to eat the coconut oil, you can use this on yourself. You can put it on your nose or your chin and your cat's chin. It's edible. I don't think it tastes very good, but it's edible. Devlin would think it tastes good because it has coconut oil in it. So you put that on, leave it 5 minutes, hang on to your cat, try and keep him from licking it. You can do it in the bath, you can do it outside the bath, you can put it on the base of the tail, and then remove the blackheads. If I have time today, I'll do a little blackhead removing video. So another thing I like to have around when I'm doing my prep for my bath is some torn up pieces of paper towel, or if you're not into paper towels, you could use some cut up microfibers. I get these at the dollar store for about $1 each. Another thing I love having around is one of these sponges. I'll show you when I begin the bath. It grows, and then I cut them into little pieces. When I'm dealing with the cat's butts, I generally would want something I can throw away. We've got 2 other products. This is actually a pedicure product called Mango Mend, and someone suggested it to me for their claws, but I found out, and please don't ask how, I seal them too, it's just a sample size, that this will clean your cat's butthole like you would not believe. I prep this before the bath. I take a little paper towel. You don't want to be double dipping. And just about that much, maybe a bit more if your cat has a larger butt. And I'll put this aside for when we bathe. Put this back on. I sell it in different sizes, but this is a sample that you get if you bought like the full size one. You can use the spatulas I give you to take it out too, but you know, that worked well. This is a sample of a shea olive oil and coconut oil balm. It's very thick. It only has these 3 ingredients. I don't recommend anything to be left on a cat. All these things where you put a product on them and then wipe them down and leave it. Cat skin is not like ours. Cat skin has an acid mantle that's different. An acid mantle is your skin's natural layer of basically sweat, sebum, and good bacteria. You know, if you wash too much and your skin gets real dry, it strips it. Well, the cat skin can get that way too, really dry and strip it. But if you leave things on it, they penetrate either too much or not enough, and it encourages their skin to make more oil to shed it off. So you end up with a greasier cat than you started with. They ingest it, it might go rancid, they could get burned in the sun. So this is for only when you have a cat that's extremely dry, you've tried everything, little patches on the neck or something, tiny amount. I just put it on my hand, my hand's all shiny, I use so little. And those are 2 other wonderful things that we have. So there's just a little bit more setup before I go get the cat for the bath. I've taken my mixture and I've set it in a hot bowl of water. I like the metal bowl because it holds the heat. You don't want this scalding hot, but as hot as you can get it so that when you put it on the cat, it's not cold. This sponge, I love these. You can get them really inexpensively at Trader Joe's or online. You hold them under the water, and they get much puffier. Of course, while videotaping, you wish they would get much puffier much faster. But I really like them because you can keep them in one piece. You can throw them in the washer a couple times too. See, nice big full-size sponge. Or you can do what I do and cut them into little pieces and use them separately, one in the clean water. This is my clean water. This is my other clean water. And then I'll use this one for the whole bath. Usually I just use my hands, but it's always nice to have something else. Make sure I have Q-tips for afterwards. And cut up paper towels. And before, hi Reese. Everybody, it's Reese. I have filled up a pitcher with almost too hot to stand water, and that's how I'm going to rinse her. So I'm going to put this, hi Devlin, back here. remove some Devon Rexes, and when I come back, I will have a cat toy.